Hello everyone. I wanted to spend a little time together today just honoring the work that we've done and the value of the work that we've done, and also do one final card draw for us, stepping away from the intensity of this workshop and the practice. My intention in creating the workshop was for a deepening of trusting your intuition, understanding your intuition, and a deepening of understanding and working with cards as a valuable spiritual tool and as guides to connecting with your spirituality and your path and your purpose, and not just for divination or for fun or for playing around. That they're actually really beautiful spiritual tools that can be extremely empowering for us and really clarify where we are in our journey and the messages that our tribe, our spirit tribe, as I like to say, is trying to share with us. So I hope that those of you who have participated have had that experience. And if you haven't had that experience, I'm sure that you've had whatever experience you were meant to have with this workshop, in whatever way it's pushed you or not pushed you. Or if you felt that it was something that didn't work for you, or if you felt like it was something that did work for you, it's been the teacher that it was meant to be for you on your path. So, and before we do our final card draw together, I would like to say a huge thank you to Sandra Kuntz, the creator of the messenger cards, for all of her support, for her presence, and for her guidance and her blessing on this workshop. It's meant a great deal to me. It's the type of workshop that I wouldn't do like this without the creator's approval of the deck, and she so lovingly and generously has given us that approval and really worked with all of us to the best of her abilities. And she's created a special, a wonderful, unique deck with a very beautiful voice from the divine that so many of us are growing with and healing with. So we thank her. And again, I'd like to thank my best friend Kay for gifting me the deck and getting me in touch with Sandra. She was like, I think this is the deck. I think this is a workshop you should do. And I think Sandra is really special, and I think her deck is special. And she really encouraged me, not just with gifting me the deck, but in starting this journey. And this journey has been a path shifter for me too. And so I'm deeply grateful to all of you as well for sharing in the journey and for connecting in this way. So going forward from this workshop, take some time over the next week to journal about your experiences with the intensity of the practice, with the depth of the practice, if you were able to really step into that, and see, what's worked. What do you want to take forward? What do you want to leave behind? And what really worked for you as far as maybe clarifying messages. Was it the guided meditation? Was it the personal journeying and path working you undertook with your card each week? How did it feel having a theme card for the week? Is that something you want to take forward? And maybe it was the free-form dance meditation that felt really good for you, or perhaps singing at the top of your lungs was a really wonderful way to work with the theme of a card, and to step into your personal power and your personal authenticity. I'm just shuffling the cards, guys, while I'm talking. Look at what worked and what you liked and what you didn't like, and what you want to keep bringing forward in your practice and your practice with your cards as well. And, how do you feel about working with the messenger cards? Is this a deck you want to work with quite often? Is this a deck that you feel has impactful messages on the daily for you? Is this a deck that you feel is more seasonal, or that you want to connect with in a more specific way? It's this one. It's perfect. So look at and journal about the experience, how you've grown, what's come up for you, what it's felt like connecting with a deck this way. And, allow the messages that you feel are coming from your tribe, from your own spirit tribe, and from the energies associated with the deck itself to also give you kind of a summing up of the experience as well. Maybe you want to draw one final card for yourself to see what you've taken from the experience. So sit with that as well. Make sure you do some journaling this week. If you feel guided to do a personal meditation just to sum up the experience, definitely feel free to do that. Know that any of the videos in the workshop you can come back to and reconnect with whenever you feel like you need to as well. So our final card for the workshop is card 1, New Creation, which Sandra talked about in the interview. That, oh, look at the way the sun's catching that. In the interview, I'm just going to show you both ways, that we did with her before the workshop began. The power of this image, and that it was the start of this deck that she didn't know she was creating. So we're leaving this workshop with this feeling of new creation, with this emergence from the womb of this experience, and we are looking at how we are being reborn and what we want to take from this experience, how it's molded us, how it's shifted us, how we've shifted us, how we've grown, and what we would like to step into, what we would like to allow ourselves to explore and to experience. How are we firmer in our belief in ourself, in our worth, in our value? And how are we going to take care of ourselves going forward? What is the self-care aspect that felt the best for you that you want to continue doing outside of the workshop? These are all aspects of new creation. So I encourage you to sit with that. And I encourage you to allow this new creation to take form, especially in regards to our last week with this workshop and the power of our soul purpose and stepping into our soul's path and honoring it and not being afraid of it and giving it value and time and energy and believing and trusting in it. It's also a new creation in regards to our intuition and our own abilities on our spiritual path as well, because we are stepping into trusting them in new ways, to honoring them, to believing in them in very powerful ways. And this shifts everything when we step into that. So we are in this space of new creation. This is a beautiful card to end our time together in this workshop with. So sit with what you are creating right now. Do you want to refine it? Do you want to bring in something new? Is there anything else left over that you just want to let go of at the end of this workshop? This is your time. You are a powerful creator, and you are creating something new, something beautiful, something amazing from this experience. I'm so grateful that this is the card that came forward. So really give yourself the gift of time to yourself and self-care over the next week when you feel called to. Now at an intuitive level for you, not a structured way that you need to bring it in like with the workshop. And trust the messages that are coming through. Trust the words that are coming through you and the messages that are coming to you through you as well. That is a big part of this workshop. So I want to thank you all for joining me in this experience. Again, a special thank you to Sandra and to Kay. And I am sending you all, as always, so much love and many blessings. Thank you for participating in this experience with me. It's been a joy to facilitate and to hold space. And before we end, let's just put our hands on our heart. Just close our eyes. And just breathe together. Whenever we're watching this, we are all connecting as a group that spent this time together in sacred space. This time getting to know ourselves, to trust ourselves, to understand ourselves, to understand our connection to the divine and our power as humans, but also as the being, the spirit, the soul that we are. So just do a nice inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Feel coming up from Grandmother Earth, a healing, grounding energy coming up through the bottoms of feet, traveling up through the legs, into the hips, root chakra, up through our core, into our heart. That beautiful energy, feel it moving through shoulders, down arms, out through fingers, back up through the arms. Feel it grounding and releasing at throat, up into our jaw, releasing and taking away any tension here. Feel it grounding through third eye, through our sinuses, up through our crown. And then feel the golden warmth, the active energy of Grandfather Sky and the sun of God Ra, coming down through crown, filling us with warmth, with power, with passion, with understanding. And feel that flowing through the body, down through face, back of head, throat, shoulders, arms, elbows, wrists, hands, fingers. Traveling back up at heart chakra, down through solar plexus chakra, through sacral, through the root chakra. And now warming up and traveling down hips, thighs, back of thighs, warming knees, legs and feet. And feel that warmth pouring beautifully into the ground through toes and bottoms of feet. Now allow that warmth of Grandfather Sky and the cooling grounding of Grandmother Earth. Feel them meeting and joining and traveling along our spine, connecting, balancing, empowering, releasing together. Feel that marriage moving up and down the spine, filling our entire body. And when you feel ready to, and it feels right to, as we've done before, send that love out through our right arm, around this circle of all of us gathered together. And feel it gently and lovingly return to you through left hand, traveling up left arm, creating a powerful sacred circle in which we fill ourselves up and then share, and it is returned to us 100-fold. When you feel ready to, gently open your eyes. Inhale through the nose. Loud, audible exhale through the mouth. We thank the grandmothers. We thank Great Spirit. We thank Deity. We thank Source for this powerful work together. And lovingly, we release the circle now. We step away from the group work. And we have an understanding and an empowerment of the work we will do on our own paths going forward as well. Thank you so much for joining me for this experience, everyone. Aho.